Good morning, Ariane. How you doing? I was trying to get in here again. Oh, the plot is getting good. How you doing this morning, love? How you doing? Good morning, good morning. Trying to give everybody a chance to get in here. How everybody's doing? Happy Friday. Good morning, Cara. I'm trying to pull up this article real quick. Y'all come on in. How y'all doing? I'm trying to find
Happy kids are successful kids. When you choose a tuition-free K-12-powered online school, you join more than 2 million happy kids empowered to take their learning into their own hands. And you get the satisfaction of seeing them thrive from the safety of home. Hands-on,
how y'all doing? So, as you all know, good morning as you come in, tap the screen. Yep. When I tell you there has been a dramatic turn to this, so unfortunately the Williams guy that was arrested for the little boy, he told everything. So we was kind of right. We thought that it was the dad that was living the lifestyle, but it basically the plot was against the mother to rob the mom. So we'll just give everybody a little minute to get on in here. Give it a few more minutes while I pull this up. I gotta go find that one guy thing that I be following. So y'all come on in because it's getting good. It's getting good. So like we said, thank God. Thank God they didn't harm that baby because from the guy that from the one guy that was arrested, they definitely the driver was really mad. Like we said, we didn't think, all right, y'all, we got 22 people in here. 22 and only two supporting the live. So come on, y'all. We got to do better this morning. Come on now. You in here. We know you in here because I see you in here. If you got to go out and hit the screen, the support, the help push through the algorithm. Come on. I don't really ask for super chats. I do ask for them, but at the end of the day, if you can support me that way, support me by tapping that. If you can't give in super sticker, super chats, at least come in giving me the thumbs up for the live. You can support me that way, and I will truly appreciate it, because I know sometimes we got children going to school, kids going back to school, and sometimes people pockets be running on low. Just support my chat. Now, as long as you support me, I'm good. Just continue to help push me through the algorithm. That's it. Appreciate it. Y'all, come on. It's 24 in here. Come on, so we can get started. I need y'all to tap, so we can get started. Come on. Everything that I'm using is fair use. This is fair use reporting. I will be giving credit to, good morning, Maddie. Um, Give credit where credit is due, and to who is due to. So this definitely finna get good, girl. Your makeup and outfit is eating. Thank you. I don't have on no makeup. I just did my I just washed my face, and I just put this cream on it. That's it. But I don't have on no makeup. But oh, my brows. Yeah, my brows. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it, love. Appreciate you. Got 39. Come on, y'all. Don't be like that. Come on. We waiting. We got time. I ain't in no rush. I need y'all to come on. 39 people in here and only 6 people supporting. We need to help push through the algorithm. I'm excited though, because I definitely been on point about this. I wasn't spot on, but I know I've been on point with everything that I've been saying. Especially when it comes to the mom. We knew the mom was flashing, but like I said, I thought maybe the daddy had an altercation, or somebody was trying to rob him because he got that bag. You know what I'm saying? But it basically was the other way around. Okay, come on. I need 20 of y'all. Y'all still in here. Come on, y'all. Come on, come on. We got time. Come on, give y'all time. Come on. I need them numbers to number. Come on. I'm going to go warm up my donut. So by the time I come back, them numbers should be higher than that. Let y'all look at my little green plant. Here you go. I'll be right back. I'm coming. So okay, we don't have some people drop off. Okay, come on, we got 13 people in the chat, and I only have 6 that support it. Come on, so that means 12 of you. 1 dropped out, 1 took their thing back, but that's fine too. Come on, I got 17 people in the chat, so y'all come on. It's Friday, baby. Let it do what it do. How you ladies been doing? How everybody doing this morning? Because we got people in here, but they don't seem like they want to support. Ain't no gossip here, baby. So if that's what you're looking for, gossip and drama, it ain't here. Wrong chat. If you're looking for the drama, you might as well exit the building. I don't have enough energy for drama, okay? My nerves too bad. My nerves too bad for drama and all that right there. I can't take it. Hi, Delina. We just saying good morning right now. I got 23 people in here, and I need us to come on. Good morning, Jaya. We ain't shaking nothing. Can you put some money in that super chat? Ain't that free? We ain't shaking that for free. Shake some money up there in that super chat. Do that. Come on, I need 8 more people. I need 5 more people. I can count real good now. My name Gigi. Well, if you post, stop telling somebody to come shake something. If you post. A poor man don't need to ask for nothing. Period. How about that? I ain't say Judja. I said Gigi. You got Judja. My name G. Then don't you hear the G? I'm telling you what it is. G. And you saying Judja. That's a J, not a G. Thank you. Right. We're going to get started in a minute. You got me my donut. How everybody doing? It's 18 people in the chat. What y'all doing? What we doing? What we doing? Huh? We finna get started. I'm coming, y'all. I just have to put some in my stomach. So when they so the whole twist in the plot. Oh my God, y'all. I gotta find the hopefully I can find them videos. I should be. I got to do better about writing stuff down so I can get straight to the videos and where they at. But I'm gonna get, all right, y'all. We good. Hey, I want people that's gonna be in here that want to be in here. I don't want people in here that really don't want to be in here because it don't matter. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be blessed. I don't know what to take you, baby, but it's morning where I'm at. So you on a different time zone as I am. It's 10 o'clock where I'm at. So you on a whole nother time zone. I don't know what zone you on, but you definitely 5 hours behind me. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. See all that daylight? It's morning where I'm at. It's morning somewhere and it's night somewhere. All right, y'all, let's get into it. So, how about when they we gonna start the videos, but I'm just give y'all my little back what I read up on. So how about when they was questioning the baby, right? So the whole twist was, the plot was to rob the mama. They was gonna rob the mama. They actually went and staked the mama house out where she lived at. But SW wasn't home. Shavana, whatever her name is, she wasn't home. So the whole plot was to go and rob her. But what happened? They went, so since when they laid down on the mama, waiting on her to come home, they laid down on her to rob her, to get jewelry, like get $100,000, because as we know, she been flossing all on social media. She liked to dress, and come to find out, she was a hustler. The mama allegedly she was a hustler. So the whole plot was to lay down on her. The Williams guy said it was a 38-year-old and a 14-year-old. So the 38-year-old guy, the two masked men that we seen jump out on the dad. So what they did, they went and laid down on the dad, waited for him. So when the dad pulled up, the baby wasn't in the plan. He wasn't in the plan at all. So as you see, when the baby was running, one of the dudes ended up grabbing the baby. But when they brought the baby back, they took him back to the driver. They took him back where he lived at. So they say because of social media, they were showing social media where the William dude say he wrote a status on Facebook, was like, children are off limits. So look, JW was never in the plan. The daddy was never in the plan. The whole plot was against the mom, to rob the mom. And like we said on yesterday, when you get involved into criminal activities, it don't never turn out the way you think it's gonna turn out. Your motives be one thing, but when you get there, especially if you only have plan A, but you don't have plan B, you don't have plan C. So you don't, if they don't, a criminal don't never know how to plan that. So basically they never had a backup plan. So after the mom wasn't there, their next stop was the daddy. But then they involved the kid. You involve it. You already don't pull the, GUNs out. That's number one. Then you already don't fired it off. So now you got all these charges piling up. And now y'all don't took a kid. So the guy, from some videos prior to the investigation, the William guy stated to the detectives that when they took the little boy, he was upset that they took the little boy because he knew that something else was gonna happen. And they were plotting, like, what are we gonna do to the kid? So they actually made a phone call to the mom. And the little boy even said that he overheard them talking to his mom. Thank you, Melvin. The little boy, during the investigation, he said during when he was there with the guys that took him, he heard his mama on the phone with them, and I guess the mama was supposed to meet up with them to bring some money to a location. And once she dropped the money to the location, they was gonna release the little boy. So the GoFundMe was never nothing. They were just saying how people take a story. You know how people see a story and they take a story and they turn the story, and then it's like they'll put their own twist to it, because everybody trying to figure out and play detective investigation. They're really trying to figure out what went on, with the child. But the kid was able to give a description. He was able to point out one of the guys, and then they later found out that who the other gentlemen were. It was like a 38-year-old and a 14-year-old. And we know we don't talk about this, how these young kids now, they get themselves involved. These kids now, it's like they don't want to be children no more. So that's some of the background. So thank God that the daddy wasn't involved. So I don't know what's gonna happen with the mom, but we finna get into it. So I just want y'all to know that little bit right there. 7-year-old Jamal. Okay. So one charge, two arrested. Charge arrested. Uh, I just want to get to the. Let me go to this other Carlos. I be following him. I want to get straight to the point. I want to get to his page because I know he got mom was the target, but found 7-year-old Jamal tells. Okay, this the one I want. So the one I'm giving credit to Carlos King. So I'm actually opinionating and we all gonna do our opinion. So it's like a 17-minute video. So we know Carlos King gonna actually be telling how he feel about the situation and we'll just chime in on that. No, I've never been to Mississippi, no. Things ain't safe no more. I don't know about, never been to Mississippi and I don't know nothing about it. So let's get into it.
As Steve, through search warrants we've obtained, investigators believe Jamal White was kidnapped for ransom to get money from his mother. 25-year-old Corey Williams is now charged with kidnapping and taking a hostage. Williams allegedly told investigators that a 14-year-old boy and another adult targeted the 7-year-old's mom because she's a well-known drug dealer.
All right, what's up with y'all? So look, man, I'm back again with another video right now. Look, this is another update on this situation that took place with Jamal White, the 7-year-old boy who was abducted from his home. Now look, it's a lot of things that's been happening with this situation, as we know. I'm not even able to drop the video
Y'all
that I was
tap
going to
in.
drop because so many damn updates are coming back to back to back to back. Damn, it's my hands ashes. My hands ashes, man. Y'all overlooked it. But anyway, go, man. So look. If y'all want me to keep on dropping the updates about this situation right here, make sure y'all hitting that like button just to let me know so I can continue to make the videos, you know what I'm saying?
He's so
But
cute.
anyway, let's go ahead and move forward into the whole situation. I got the truth about what's happening from what they're saying. Now, look, like I said before, we don't know exactly what the hell is going on, and I don't want to point no figures at nobody about nothing without no bona fide facts. But I do have the police, documentation and the interrogation information that they did get as well too, from the child and from the guy who went to jail, Corey Williams, the guy who
That's
I
good.
talked about yesterday. So if you are out of the loop and you're new here and you've been hearing all these old conspiracy theories everywhere else, people lying and making shit up and all of that, I'm giving y'all the real bona fide facts
He is
right
so
here. And I'm
cute.
gonna give y'all a brief synopsis
Little cute
before
little
we
baby.
move forward into the new updates right now.
Thank God they didn't hurt this
Everybody
baby.
was saying that the father had some shit going on, which we all feel like everybody associated with the situation got something going on. But, the mother went to jail. Her charges are still pending as of right now. It was another guy by the name of Corey Williams who went to jail. He has been charged now. He went to jail, but yesterday it wasn't confirmed. But as of today, he was charged with 3 different counts. Basically, they are all associated with kidnapping, and he's facing like 120-something years if, he's convicted, which I'm sure that he will be, because I'm going to leak one of the little updates right here. The son, the little boy, the 7-year-old boy, Jamal White, he said that Corey was the guy who was driving the damn car. So he was the getaway driver with no mask on. Crazy fool. This reminds me of the movie The Car Wash. Y'all remember when they had them people, calling for ransom money and things like that. It's just a crazy situation. This is like a real Tubi movie right here.
Good morning, Kenny.
The uncle of Jamal, his name is Jamel. He went to jail for shooting at someone who he thought was.
So remember, the brother, the daddy is a twin.
To him, he was paranoid basically because of his nephew being abducted, right? So he shot at a vehicle, but they were allegedly innocent bystanders who was trying to help look for the little boy, right? So, he's in jail as well. The father, he is not in jail. Like I said yesterday, he did admit to being wrong for leaving his son outside while he ran away when they pulled up with the guns and shit like that. And then we all been saying a lot of different things about that, but I'm gonna continue saying it. There's no way in the hell you should be leaving your kids out there.
Okay, yeah, you don't, but
and I'm gonna double down on that shit. You ain't gotta be no gangster, no tough guy, no none of that shit to stand on morals and principles to be a real bona fide parent.
But it don't make him not okay. Hold on.
Let's get into the updates.
Hold on, right quick. Okay, y'all. I want to ask y'all something. We not in that situation, but we never been in that situation. So do you feel like he's lesser, the father was lesser than a father? Because we got to understand, I don't know what everybody's eyes looking at, but when you see the video, you clearly see the baby is at a further distance than the dad. In the video, when they jump out on the daddy, he don't even have a clue what's going on. So at this point, you don't know, because like they said, he don't know what's going on. All type of stuff going on. These people jump out of nowhere. Even if he would have ran towards the baby, they still had him cornered off. And I don't understand why people trying to be so hard on the dad. Like, I feel like in a situation like this, I feel like everybody need to give the daddy some grace. You get what I'm saying? Give him some grace. It don't make him feel like he's not, his manlyhood. Now it seems like they're putting his father in a box now, like he's not a good parent or he's not a good dad. And they say good things about him. I was watching another content creator, and she was just going through their timeline and said how the mother and the mother CW of the little boy, say even his family speak highly of the dad. And I feel like sometimes people can be so hard on you. People be on the outside looking in. And if you ain't never been in a situation that somebody jumped out on you, they already popping shots at the father. He ran. That was his first thing. And I don't think he thought that they would harm his kid. And from what the Carlos guy was saying, it never was in the plan to take the kid. Because they said that when they grabbed the little boy, he was like, why y'all grab the kid? The kid didn't have nothing to do with it. So the kid was never in the plan to take the baby. I think it was either the 14-year-old or the 38-year-old that grabbed the little boy. So they grabbed the baby for ransom. So they was basically trying to lure the mom. So they was not after the dad. They really grabbed the kid so they can lure the mama to get the money. But I really do feel like not all, but some, they're really being hard on the dad. And I feel like the dad, they need to give him some kind of grace. I feel like the daddy I'm giving him grace. Because if you ain't been in that situation, you can't tell nobody what you would have done. You don't know what you would have done. Because the whole time either way it went, let's just say if they would have ended up taking the dad and the son, this hypothetically, nobody not thinking. Let's just say the daddy did try to get his son. The whole point of is to lure the mother. Okay, so now they got the dad. Let's just say they got the dad and they took his son. They held both of them hostage, right? Both of them don't came up missing. The family in the house don't even have a clue what's going on. Don't even know what's going on. Now you have a son and a dad that disappeared, vanished in the broad daylight. Don't nobody know nothing. And now they're calling the mom because the mother is the target. So now they're going to lure the mom. So basically, they was already plotting to see what they was going to do. Was they going to do something to the kid, harm the kid? But thank God they didn't. They was even saying, well, what we going to do with him? What we going to do with the little boy? But when the Amber Alert went out and everything with the going out with the pictures and everything like that, because they say they took the tags off the vehicle. But at the end of the day, people need to hypothetically think of it that way. What if? It could have been a what if. And like we said yesterday, that story could have went a whole nother way. We could be blogging about something totally different. We could be blogging today that a father and a kid was unalived. You get what I'm saying? And then the narrative would have been like some people already spinning the narrative that the daddy was out there doing things that he wasn't supposed to do. So it's like the daddy is getting all the backlash. And now it's like the mom, they cutting grass out there. And it seems like the mom is getting a clean slate. So by them making the arrest, they were able to get a story. By the little boy still being alive, they were able to get a story because this 7-year-old kid was able to give a description. He was able to point out the driver, and he heard a conversation. So people not so I feel like we need to give the dad some grace right now. He's beating himself up. You know what I'm saying? He dealing with a lot, knowing that what happened. But in that moment, you can't. So I feel like I'm giving the father some grace, because I would want somebody to give me grace. Cause we don't always get it right. As parents, we don't always get it right. Yes, we are protectors, and yes, we protect our kids. But sometimes you could be in a situation that you can't always protect. You get what I'm saying? But like he said, God is good. He gave God the glory. God protected them. Yes, he did. So I just feel like, in my opinion, I'm giving the father some grace. I'm giving him grace because I would want somebody to give me grace. Because you never know. Because this situation didn't go the way they planned it. So let's get back into this.
So listen, the son, he was found in the attic. They said that he also had a meth pill in his pocket as well too.
Well, hold on.
Interrogation, basically,
So did y'all hear this? They put drugs, a meth pill, in the baby pocket. They found the baby up in an attic. So what they doing? Why was that meth pill in that baby pocket? What was they gonna try to do? To get the baby some drugs for the baby to OD, and put the baby to sleep, and they never find the baby? So like, that's crazy. They put the baby up in the attic, and the baby had a meth pill in his pocket. Sickening. They need to throw the book at Carlos, the other unidentified masked man, and that little 14-year-old. He need to sit there till he become an adult, and they don't need to spare him either. Cause if they let that little demon out, and they give that little demon a slap on the wrist, guess what? He gonna be a terrorizer. If he's already kidnapping and jumping out and masking up at the age of 14, can we imagine what he's gonna be when he get older? He's gonna terrorize the community, and probably already terrorizing the community. And they were saying that the 14-year-old and the 38-year-old was the ones who was planning the whole robbery. But Carlos got himself caught up in stuff. I almost said something. I'm gonna give Carlos a pass.
I ain't gonna call it an interrogation. It is.
Let's get back into
they
it.
basically was just questioning him, asking him things about certain stuff. I'm gonna read this to y'all too. But he basically just stated that Corey Williams was one of the guys who was associated with this, and there was also a 14-year-old involved in this, and I think it was a 38-year-old.
I see your comment, Tim.
Well, too, that was associated with this too. So it was 3. Remember, in the beginning, we were saying that it was 3 to 4 people. Now Corey is snitching. He telling everything. And, in the beginning, I was kind of saying, people shouldn't be running with these narratives and shit like that, even though it does look like it was a hostage situation. We just didn't want to throw that out there. That's just how I move over here on my channel. I don't want to just put shit out there just because. But anyway, it go. Long story short, I ain't trying to. What the hell I'm rushing for? I ain't got to rush. Anyway, it go. He stated that the mother is a well-known drug dealer, and they were out to get her son for some ransom money.
Right, Tim.
It's a lot of different things that's associated with this that isn't proven just as of now, but the mother is in jail for pending charges. So we don't even know what the hell is she. I say hell and she. We don't even know what the hell she in jail for right now. It could be for drugs. It could be for anything. We don't know. Some people saying it was because she got a loan and all of this shit. I don't know. And I don't like to spread certain shit without having bona fide facts. I'm just letting y'all know I do see what the hell people are saying. But anyway, let's go ahead and read this real quick.
If y'all would like to bless the channel with super stickers or super chat, let's set a goal for 5. If you all would like to set, let's help me meet my goal. So we'll start at 5 if y'all would like to support the channel.
On July 12th in the upper unit of a Washington Park house, according to the complaint.
Attention to all seniors between the ages of 50
Wait a minute, y'all.
and
We got
85.
commercial break.
My mom passed away unexpectedly.
To the complaint, they found the 7-year-old hiding in the attic of the duplex with a meth pill in his pocket. According to detectives that interviewed Jamal on July 13th, Jamal said a man grabbed him by the back of his shirt and took him when he was at his father's house. The 7-year-old recalled being in a car with 3 unknown men who drove him to the house where police ultimately recovered him. Jamal said he heard one of the men talking to his mother while they were in the house. He told the detective he heard his mother say she was going to pick him up, but she never came. According to the complaint, Jamal teared up remembering his mother did not pick him up. In a photo array, Jamal identified Williams as the man who drove the car in which he was taken. In an interview with a different detective,
Hey, Jasmine.
Williams alleged Jamal's
Good morning.
mother is a well-known drug dealer. Williams claimed he had borrowed the white Jeep to assist in robbing Jamal's mother at gunpoint at her home on July 11th. Okay. After waiting by her home that day and not encountering her, Williams and 2 companions drove to Jamal's father's residence instead. In the interview, Williams confirmed the account of the 7-year-old's abduction. So basically, he confirmed what Jamal said, right? Okay. After driving off with Jamal, the plan changed. Williams recounted, according to the court document, his companions contacted Jamal's mother later that night and demanded $100,000 and jewelry in exchange for her son. They offered to meet her at a nearby park. Williams said Jamal's mother never showed up to the meeting. Once the 3 abductors became aware of the Amber Alert, they discussed whether they should harm the child to show they were serious, but did not do so, the complaint states. If Williams is convicted of the 3 charges, all felonies, he could face a combined maximum penalty exceeding 100 years. Now, basically, with them letting it be known that they talk to the mother and shit like that, I don't know how they're going to try to do things, you know what I'm saying? Basically, they're going to be like, you were told what was going on and you didn't let us know. There could be a charge that they try to put against her, but we really just don't know, and I don't want to put a lot of shit on her without actually having bona fide facts and shit like that. But ultimately, with him seeing everything that was happening, knowing who did what and why they did what and things like that, man, they definitely finna be in a whole bunch of shit. But I do want to say they have captured all 3 people, allegedly. And I feel like that they will get the maximum sentence to prove a point to everybody else who out here doing weirdo shit. I don't understand why people be out here trying to rob, steal, and do all this dumb shit when you can get out here and go get it. There's so many different ways to go get some money. But this is a quick little video I was talking about. I really done broke everything down to y'all till it was minute, but I know some people like to see, video footage as well too, so that's why I'm bringing that.
We give Carlos credit. Thank you, Carlos King.
Charged in the kidnapping and Amber Alert for that 7-year-old Milwaukee boy. He did eventually make it home safe. Now, court documents describe this as a robbery plan that went wildly off the rails. Mike Biermeister joins us live from the newsroom with what we have learned this afternoon. Mike?
As Steve, through search warrants we've obtained, investigators believe Jamal White was kidnapped for ransom to get money from his mother. 25-year-old Corey Williams is now charged with kidnapping and taking a hostage. Williams allegedly told investigators that a 14-year-old boy and another adult targeted the 7-year-old's mom because she's a well-known drug dealer.
So they audio messing up right here. But y'all can read that little right there, but I really don't read everything to y'all.
And if convicted on all counts, Williams is facing over 120 years in prison. According to search warrants, the 14-year-old involved was arrested. The other adult male has not yet been charged.
Lock their ass up and throw away the key.
All right, Mike Biermeister in the newsroom, a little bit of trouble with his report. We'll get that to you a little later on.
A suspect is now charged in the kidnapping and Amber Alert of a 7-year-old Milwaukee boy.
25-year-old Corey Williams faces 3 felonies, including being party to the crimes of kidnapping and taking hostages. These are all details from a criminal complaint. They say Williams, another man, and a teenage boy concocted a plan to rob the child's mother. They said she's a well-known drug dealer and flaunted money. When they drove to the house, Williams told police they did not see the boy's mother, so they decided to kidnap the child and then hold him for ransom. Doorbell cam video shows a white Jeep driving up to the house. The complaint says someone in that vehicle jumped out, grabbed the child. They all drove to a house on North 39th Street. That's where the boy was found the next day. Coming up on TMJ 4 News at 5, Mike Biermeister has more on what that child is telling investigators.
That breaking news is coming out of Milwaukee. One man is charged, two others in custody in connection to the kidnapping of that Milwaukee boy.
The abduction happened on Friday. The boy was found safe the next day. Fox 6's Ashley Sears is live, and investigators now say the boy's mom was the initial target.
Yeah, hi, Mary. The district attorney's office filed charges against 25-year-old Corey Williams today. Investigators say Williams, along with two others, had planned to rob the 7-year-old boy's mother, who they say was a known drug dealer. When they didn't see the child's mom, the plan changed, according to police. Video shows a white Jeep pulling up as the child rode his bike. His father was in a car alongside him. Surveillance video shows the Jeep blocking the driveway of a home near 61st and Eustis. Two people ran out. One chased the father inside the home. The other grabbed the boy. Investigators say the child was kept in the upper part.
I want to show y'all something. Okay, you see how everybody keeps saying that daddy should have grabbed the little boy. I want y'all to pay attention to when the distance between the father and the son. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at and it's like some people trying to miss that. Oh, you know, about the dad, like why he didn't go get his son. Okay, let me show y'all the distance between, let me back the video up. Now, pay attention. Pay attention.
The boy's mom was the initial target.
So pay attention.
Yeah, hi, Mary. The district attorney's office filed charges against 25-year-old Corey Williams today.
Now watch the little boy.
Investigators say Williams, along with two others, had planned to rob the 7-year-old boy's mother, who they say was a known drug dealer. When they didn't see the child's mom, the plan changed, according to police. Video shows a white Jeep pulling up as the child rode his bike. His father was in a car alongside him. Surveillance video shows the Jeep blocking the driveway of a home near 61st and Eustis. Two people ran out. One chased the father inside the home. The other grabbed the boy. Investigators say the child was kept in the upper part of a duplex at 39th and Lloyd. Police say the crew wanted a $100,000 ransom and jewelry. A criminal complaint says the child told police he heard Williams on the phone with his mother, who said she would get the boy, but never did. The child was found safe on Saturday. Now, Williams is scheduled to be in intake court tomorrow morning. Milwaukee police say Charles.
That's a lot. Do y'all see the distance with the dad? But I just thank God that that baby is okay. The dad is okay, that nobody got hurt. So that's a lot going on. But that mom, she got a lot to explain. And then, so that mom got a lot to explain. So based on the video, what is y'all take and what is y'all opinion, you know, as far as the dad? I know we keep talking about the dad. I just look at the distance of the child with the father. Ain't no way that daddy could have got to his kid, because it happened so quick. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, when you in danger, your first instinct is to, you know, get out the way. So like we said, we're going to give dad some, well, I am, give him grace. And like I said, the mother, they said that she was out there on the block, which in the beginning, I thought maybe it was the dad, you know, when we were trying to figure it out. So I'm thinking that at first I thought it was the dad. So we knew some type of way somebody had to be on the block hustling. And based on how she was flexing, but the mama definitely was flexing. When you go to her Instagram channel, Facebook channel, she definitely was flexing a lot of money. So the mama, I don't know what she was doing or whatever the case may be, but she definitely has a lot of explaining to do. Allegedly, I heard the mama was on probation. I'm not for sure. So I don't know, because like I said, it was so many different stories going around, and some of the stuff that people were saying, It definitely wasn't adding up, and it definitely wasn't making sense. And like me, I'm a person, I think outside the box. I analyze things. I see things from a different perspective. I just don't go on just because I see something. And a lot of people just jumping on the bandwagon just because somebody was saying this. They weren't really like trying to really rationalize it, to really see, you know nah, it could have been this or it could have been that. But the daddy got a lot of backlash behind the situation. And sometimes it's like men, because they are men, and sometimes as women, we get a pat on the back. And men's always don't get that. You get what I'm saying? Because they feel like, oh, they're the men, they should be strong, and they should. But in some cases, in some scenarios, sometimes men get caught up in vulnerable situations where they're helpless, and where they're put in situations where they're not able to protect at times. I'm not saying all the time, but there has been cases where men have been put in situations, and to protect their family, they're gonna be cordial. Because men, we got to understand, especially as women are driven by their emotions. Men's not driven by emotions. So that's why men may because I feel like, if men do things different, and it's easier said than done. Like everybody, oh, if it would me, if it would have been me, if it would have been you, you don't know what you would have done. So to sum it up, y'all, this is what it is. The mother was basically the target in this. The son and the dad actually got caught up in a situation because of the mom lifestyle and the different things that she was doing. So this is so that is what's going on with this right here. So what's y'all take on it? So I'm waiting on y'all take. What is y'all take? Good morning. So I would like to hear y'all input on it. What do y'all think? So that's what it is. So Carlos William, the driver of the vehicle, he's talking. He's telling it all. He's telling everything. And I think he's telling everything because right now it's best because they have enough of evidence. And it best, but right now he don't have no choice but to cooperate because, for number one, we got to understand there's a 7-year-old who knows exactly what happened. He knows exactly what was said. He heard his mother on the phone. And I know that hurted him. But like we say, even if the mother did show up, the mom probably was working with the police officer and things like that. So we're gonna give the mom some grace in that too. So her not showing up at the park, I don't think the mom just didn't show up. But I think that wouldn't have been a good idea for the mother to just show up by herself with jewelry and money cash on her. And I don't think after they even pow at the dad, I don't even think that, because when a person is all the way out there, once they commit a crime and they out there, it ain't no stopping them. And like we always say, the enemy come to kill, steal, and destroy. And at the end of the day, I don't believe that they would have allowed her to stay alive. I don't believe they would have allowed her kid to stay alive. Because number one, they got a meth pill in the baby pocket. But number two, the other two guys was already talking about what we're going to do with the kid. So they was already plotting what they're going to do with the child. So I guess they was trying to see how they gonna follow through, which, like the one Carlos said, kids were off limit. And I really believe the guy Carlos is cooperating as he should, as he should. He has nothing to lose at this point because he's going down anyways. And I feel like at this point he's cooperating and he's telling everything, and he might as well. And I believe he's facing so much time, and he probably feel like, well, I'm gonna go on and tell, and I'm going to talk now, probably to try to get a lesser charge and to testify against them. So he was the driver. But when you're in a situation and you commit a crime, everybody get charged with the same thing. But he probably just get a lesser charge for his testimony. And being that the juvenile, so I don't know how they're going to do that with the juvenile, because one of excuse me, y'all. So what did y'all take? Y'all come on, get in them comments. I need y'all to engage. Let's come on. What y'all think? What do y'all think? Cause I know they're gonna be questioning that mama about that, about all that flashing she was doing. You know, where you getting that type of money from? You all on social media, you being flashy, you're flooding all your money, and now you endangering other people. Right, Carl? Now she's put, not only did you put your, and the fact, you could tell they've been following her. Like they even knew where the daddy aunt lived at. So they've been doing their homework. So they well thought it out. Like if we know she be here and we know they be here. And so I guess they said, well, what we'll do, if we can't get her, we'll get the dad. But since the dad, they couldn't get the dad, they ended up getting the son. I'm kind of glad the dad got away. Somebody got to live to tell the story. This whole story is just sad. And an innocent baby, I don't like it. Exactly. But somebody have to live to tell the story. Because not always somebody live to tell the story. When that situation happened with my little cousin and my son was there, guess what? They unalived both of them. They made sure nobody lived to tell the story. So in some cases, in some situations, when people doing crimes and they criminals, everybody don't survive. Sometimes nobody's there to tell a story. And they whole intention is not to leave nobody behind. And they knew they already was trying to plot and plan. But because when the Amber Alert went out, that's what kind of made them back up a little bit, because now they trying to say, we got these Amber Alert. We know we can't get this kid out this house. So they own us. Yeah, the story has to be told. You don't have to always, you don't have to always play superhero in a situation. You don't have to always play superhero. And sometimes people just want to, that like they the superhero. You have to rationalize things. You have to not be so quick. You got to be able to, even in a situation like that, unfolding, and you got two masked men, you don't have a clue. Here it is, a father, innocent son, on a beautiful day, kid coming from the park, and two masked gunmen jump out on this father and his kid. Somebody had to live to tell the story. Because even if the daddy would have put up a fight, they already armed. Like some people was like, IDIE for mines. Okay, let's just say that's still being selfish at times. It's still being selfish. So if this father would have put up a fight, these two armies already done fired off shots at the dad. This kid would have seen his father being unalive. It's I think like that. That's how I think. Some people don't think like that. All they thinking in the moment, oh, IDIE for mine. Okay, but you want your kid, so you literally want that 7-year, all that trauma. You know how much trauma this kid already dealing with things. This baby already dealing with stuff. The minor is going to be Oh yeah, he definitely going to be charged as an adult, as he should. As he should. He definitely should be charged. So we pretty much everything we knew that either was a fight or robbery. 9 out of 10, when somebody come with guns, they either coming to rob you, or it had to be a fight, or somebody took a L. And 9 out of 10, sometimes some dudes, they don't know how to take a L. When they get into a fight, they don't know how to take a L. They want to come back with weapons, or like we said, they was coming to rob the dad. And like I said, I don't think the kid was ever involved. Like the daddy said, he didn't think that they were after his kid. It was more after him. And as you see, when the little boy seen his daddy run, he started running. And I think the idiot, the IDIOT, I think the younger boy, because he's young, he's a kid, I think that was his idea to snatch up the little boy. So once they got in that situation, they already know, man, you really putting heat on us right now. When they took that baby, they put more heat on their back, more pressure on their back, more heat. Hey, Ava. Good morning, Ava. Good morning, Rod. So the story took a whole big change. Let me see. Trying to see if I can find another article. So, like we said, everybody was speculating that it was the daddy that was arrested, but we know that the daddy wasn't arrested. It was his twin brother, and if I'm not mistaken, I think they're still holding the twin brother. They still holding him. He was charged on a $20,000 bond. And I think the judge was kind of being hard on the uncle too. You know, he was, so I hope they be a little lenient. You know, the uncle was wrong for firing off rounds into an unknown vehicle. And I know, you know, the emotions are high. Like I said, you know, everybody thinking with their emotions. And here it is, this father and this son coming to help, to try to see if they could help find the little boy. And now they don't got caught up in gunplay from the uncle. Because now the uncle see a strange car, you know, patrolling the neighborhood, and he keeps circling the block. But he shouldn't assume that way. So he acted out of emotions as well. That caused him to be locked up. Hopefully they'll give him a little probation. I hope he's not a convicted felony or don't supposed to have no gun. So I hope he's a registered owner to that weapon. So I just hope everything work out, you know, for the family. And I know, like we say, this baby gonna need a lot of counseling. He's definitely gonna need a lot of counseling. So we have one charge. It was the wine. It was another page that I be following. Hi, Alyssa. Um, trying to find something else here. Y'all drop something in the chat. Mother Jamal. So, yep. So, Jamel is the twin brother. Jamal is the dad. Trying to. Let me see what this is. I'm trying to see what this is.
Phenomenal relationships in Boca Raton. We started an independent.
Okay, let's get straight to the point. Let's talk about this breaking update news about Jamal White out of Milwaukee.
Okay, this is Grady.
You know, he is the boy, the
Gertie Mack. So we're gonna see what he have to say.
Right there in front of his daddy, basically. Right there on the street. You know, you saw the ring camera video that showed this white Jeep, you know, circling around. Then they jumped out, and you can hear the little boy, you know, calling for his daddy. But you know, there was reports of people saying that there was a car riding by that was right beside the son. They said that was the daddy. Well, we couldn't find out that is true. That was the daddy right there in that car by his son. And we want to get into that. Now, this whole case has been just up and down. People are just kind of scratching their head about it. But the boy, Jamal White, was found safely. Want to say, 10, 12 hours later, somewhere over in 3rd. But a lot of people are already saying this guy right here do not look like he was jumping out with a blam, blam, bam, bam, or none of that. And don't look like he matched the size of some of the other people that we see in this other new video that just came out. We're going to get into that. Now, this is the guy who was arrested, Corey Williams. This is his Instagram page, allprofit.kc. Please remember that because that's going to be key to what I'm going to talk about next. Now, this right here is Baby J's 7-year-old Jamal White mother, Siobhan Williams. Remember that name as well. But she also goes by Harris.
Oh, God. Hold on, y'all.
This right here is one of her social media pages. Her Facebook page, Marie.
I hate when my grandkids get my tablet.
Now it seems like she right here getting some money doing the thing, and I think she's a business owner as well. Now,
Hold on, y'all.
the Corey Williams guy.
These children with my tablet. I hate when my grandkids do this. Thank you all for the support. No matter what, I'm still showing up, baby. Hold on.
The kidnapping or none of that kind of stuff. But all I know is this story is taking a twist like a cinnamon roll. Everybody seems like they get arrested. Everybody in the family. One of the guys who was a part of taking Jamal White, he done got picked up. The dad, uncle, I mean, you just name it. It's this right here is just a mess. Like every day is something different. But now here's the thing. This is Jamal White mother. This is Paris. This is her IG page. Paris paid. Now, here's the thing that's crazy about this. Remember I told you, remember the guy Corey Williams, his IG page? Well, let's go. So if you go to Paris' IG page and search the followers and type in all profit, everybody who is affiliated or associated with all profit in their name, I don't know if this is a little crew around the Milwaukee area or whatever, but they all follow her. I'm not saying it means anything, but it's just crazy. But what's most important is that the guy who was arrested for being a part of Jamal White being taken, and the guy that was arrested, Corey Williams, remember his Instagram page is All Profit KC, where he follows Jamal White's mother. What is really going on? This right here is the daddy. This is Jamal White. So
Okay, I want to say something about that.
I mean, the senior.
A person can follow you, but just because you can have followers, but it doesn't mean that she's following them. So I just want y'all to know that too. So it don't seem like as if it was some type of connection with the mom or with the people that kidnapped her kid, because you actually can pull up your following, and that's the whole, when you building content, you're gonna have people that follow you, but it don't necessarily mean that she's following them. So I just want y'all to know that as well. When you're a content creator, or if you put in content, you do have people that follow you. You have followers, following. So it's a difference. So I just want to clear that up on that end with the mom. So just because it when you put her page and you go into her following, so it's a difference if she's following them as well. And if you see the blue, it's still all in blue. So that means she never followed them back. So it's a difference. So the mom is not following them. They're following her. So they've been watching her. Remember, he said the all profit. So basically, they're watching her.
This right here is the daddy. This is Jamal White. So I'm assuming this is a junior. I mean, the senior. Jamal White Sr. and Jamal White Jr. So this is a dad right here, and lately on his internet, the dad has been catching it. You would think he would be receiving a lot of love and a lot of support, but it ain't been that. It's been the complete opposite, because people feel like this whole situation is kind of confusing, like a geometry problem. They just don't understand it. It's like Keith Sweat's song say, something, 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 something just ain't right. That's what the people feel like. Now, here's the new video that has been released that shows
Look at the distance
of the whole thing that happened on that ring camera. Boy, these ring cameras, boy, they out here solving some stuff like a mad problem. Because this right here shows multiple people jump out the vehicle. And like I said, the guy that was arrested don't look like he matched this description. And you see right here, the white area, the right arrow,
That's a little boy.
White. That's him jumping off his bike.
Yeah.
And you see right here, this is one of the guys that jumped out. But before we dive into this video, let's dive a little bit into the father.
Counted up 80 and I made that bitch faint. Talking to a crazy bitch thinking I'm a saint.
Oh no. Wait a minute. We ain't doing this music. Y'all have my video all messed up. Turn the music down. I can't do the music, y'all. Hold on. Let me let the video pass. So y'all know the daddy was a rapper. Did y'all know that? So Jamal Sr. was a rapper. Just because somebody rapping something, it... Okay, here go the music.
Jamal White daddy, Jamal White Sr., is a local rapper, I'm assuming in the Milwaukee area. Now, the reason I say I'm assuming, and there's confusion, because he goes by the name 785 Twin. And 785 is the area code for Kansas City, Kansas. So now, I don't know if it's 785 for a street number or a block that's in the Milwaukee area. Maybe that's it. But now, Jamal White, brother, Jamel White, is also a rapper also, and he goes by the rap name RTL Male. Now, this whole case is getting crazy by the minute. Right here, this is Jamal White standing with his twin brother, Jamel Wright. And people have turned into Sherlock Holmes and have basically accused the twin brother as allegedly being a part of his nephew coming up missing. They said he had something to do with it. This is almost feeling like the movie Paid in Full. Now, you can see this post right here. It says, Jamel White arrested. He was arrested like a day or two after 7-year-old Jamal White came up missing. And it says, this post is showing arrest information only. This information does not infer or imply guilt of any actions or activities.
He's taking too
other
long.
than
But
the
why?
arrest.
Hold on.
In the complaint, as the uncle of the child who was missing.
Yeah, we did all this
Y'all
yesterday.
sure? We both live and my baby tried to get away like I
We already did all that. So like we said, I'm just happy the kid is safe. I guess they'll get more into about the other individual that's involved, because when I tell y'all, it's dropping like wildfire. So I just want you all to know the dad didn't have nothing to do with it. So now this is a content stealing and snitching. No, it's not stealing when you... It's called fair use. And I did give credit to where credit is due. Okay? So you need to... Ain't no such thing as snitching. So you need to get up off of him. Don't... Everybody news reporting. Didn't you see him pulling clips? That clip came from the door ringer. That clip came from the people house. Like, people say crazy stuff on him. All right, y'all. It's almost 11:30, so that's my take on the story. I think we all kind of like, okay, y'all still ain't told me how. Well, some say y'all feel like we gonna get a dad some grace in this. So this is a story, but I'll probably be until we see more of what's. Thank you, Joseph. So once we find out more about the mom, and then I think I'll come back about the mom. But I want to talk more about the Phoenix, the Rising Phoenix. They basically the Rising Phoenix. I want to talk about her maybe tomorrow. But they was talking about how she was in a cult that the daddy was abusing her. The guy that the young girl was living with, the man that she's living with, they say he's been missing. They haven't found him. They don't even know where he at. So they don't even know if she don't took him out. So we don't even know what's going on with him. So I'm gonna dig more into the Rising Phoenix, because I seen that her family was in a cult with the not a cult, but I forgot the name of that one religion. They were in it. I'm gonna say it was a cult because she is messed up, and they said that the daddy was very strict. So we know that based on her actions, we could tell that. Because remember in the video, I stated that when she got into the lady, with her discipline her, when she said about the belt and different things like that, I think to me with the Ronald McDonald with the Rising Phoenix, I feel like I know they were saying she supposed to work, she don't work. I think she was trying to escape everything that was going on in her life, everything that she had dealt with. And I think she was trying to escape all of that. But it was just like the voices. But they definitely was stating that her dad was abusive. So I don't know how long she's been in the cult, how long they family been in that religion or been in the cult, but it definitely has driven her off the edge. That young lady is hearing voices and everything, and she's definitely gonna need some psychiatric help. It's sad with the mom, and I think even if the mom when certain things, you know, when you're older in age with wisdom, we try to talk to other kids, but sometimes you have to be careful and sensitive to other people and their feelings because everybody upbringing is different, and you don't know what a person been through. You don't know, the things that they had to escape, in their life, and you don't know that. So when you talking to a person in any kind of way, you don't know if they've been verbally abused, mentally abused, physically abused, and you may be saying some things and you may be thinking that is right, but if you don't know, like what little thing would just throw this person off the edge. And there are different videos coming out with this young lady being controlling. And I think because of the abuse that she was in and being controlling, she was how somebody, like, you would think like it's a bully, like somebody being bullied, and now she feel like people bully me, I'm a bully them. And she probably didn't realize that she was being a bully. Thank you all for the support. Thank you so much for tapping the screen. Thank you for the support. But so I want to get more into her life as well. So that was just my comment, me, commenting on the situation with the missing kid. And as we know, there have been arrests. Allegedly, they have arrested 3. The Carlos guy is a 38-year-old man that hasn't been identified, as well as a 14-year-old. So they're looking at some serious time. They're looking at some serious time behind snatching this kid up. So I don't want to hold you all too long. I think I did good, an hour. I don't want to hold everybody. Thank you all for tapping the screen. Thank you for the support. Thank you all for coming in and chiming in, supporting me. I appreciate it. No matter what, I'm showing up. I'm showing up to my audience, and I thank y'all for y'all support. Appreciate y'all for continue to help push me through the algorithm. Thank you all so much for your support. I appreciate that. We're gonna keep going. We ain't stopping. We moving on up, one day at a time, one step at a time. You have to learn how to run your own race. A lot of times you try to step in somebody else's shoes, or you see how they're moving, but you got to run your own race. You got to run your own race. And that's what you got to do. You can't run nobody else's race. One thing about the turtle, even though the turtle moves slow, because see, it doesn't matter. Just because the turtle moves slow and you see the rabbit, he jumping and running and everything else, and you feel like, oh, the rabbit, he was moving so fast, and he thought he was ahead of the game, and he thought because he was the rabbit, the hare, and he had one up on the look, but he got so tired. He got tired right at the finish line. And that's what we don't want. We ain't finna get tired at the finish line. The little turtle just walked right on, took his time. Being that the turtle that he was, he ain't try to change his identity. He wasn't trying to be nobody else. He just was himself. He was comfortable in his little shell. He say, I'm a turtle and I'm going to stay a turtle. I move slow, but one thing about it, I see the finish line. And as he walking through the finish line, the hare, the rabbit, whatever we want to call it, don't fell asleep. And the little old turtle went on about his business. He ain't stopped to say, Mr. Turtle, you all right? You sleep? Wake up. He was minding the business that paid him. And he went right on through the finish line and got the prize. So don't try to run nobody else's race. Because the Bible say those who compare themselves is not wise. We all got our own calling. God called all of us to do something different. So you be comfortable with what you do. You know, when you try to do it the way other people do it, you got to find what makes you comfortable. Because one thing about it, somebody going to come in your life and they're going to like the way you commentate. They're going to like the way you break your stories down. They're going to support you. If a person want to support you, they're going to support you. I'm like God, baby. You can't force it and you can't make nobody do nothing they don't want to do. Anything, anybody support. And guess what? It's a choice. It's a choice. So I'm good. I'm thankful. I'm grateful for those of you that's showing up for me. Just being here. I'm just thankful that you're just here, just being the support, helping push my content through the algorithm. That's all that matters to me. Y'all just showing up. Because God didn't need a whole lot of people to do a whole lot of nothing for him. He said, where there's two or three, I'm in the midst. And guess what? I don't need thousands and hundreds of people showing up in here. Guess what? The ones that showed up, they showed up because they wanted to show up. They showed up because they like to come and see me. They showed up because they like the way I speak. They showed up because they like the way I break it down. Guess what? They showed up for me. So I'm appreciative and I'm grateful and I'm thankful for those of you that's showing up for me. I've been on here since 10 o'clock. And guess what? Y'all still here, tapping the screen, supporting. So I appreciate that. He gonna always. So it's always the message and getting the message across. And we just want to break this little story down, and we all just opinionated, telling it's fair use, and we all telling our opinion about the situation. Love you more. You my number one. And that's just what it is. And that's just our take. I break down in the story. We all see things different, view things different. But I knew when I said it just based on how everything was. You get what I'm saying? How everything played out. I knew either had to been a fight and somebody wanted to retaliate it, or I felt like the daddy, even though he was a rapper thinking he make money, but I thought the daddy had probably got into a fight and somebody didn't want to take a L. But we was there, we was on it. But kind of find out the mother was the target. The mama was a target. We're gonna keep following that mom too, because I think that mom don't really got herself in some mess. I'll be back in Florida in August. Oh, you ain't in Florida. You in Georgia. You back in Georgia. You might as well just pack up and just go. I think you just like moving around. You back in Georgia? Alabama, I meant. So I'm glad it was a beautiful outcome. That's all that matters. Oh, you been in us since I've been up since May. Oh my goodness. I ain't know that. But we know God, we gonna give. God was definitely with that father. God was definitely with him and his son. Because like I said, that story could have, no matter how we think, what's being with, the outcome was beautiful. And that no one was harmed and people that was involved. And I think the driver Carlos, I think Carlos protected. His plan was never to take the kid. And I think the other two individuals, I think they was probably was thinking to harm the baby. That's why when the Amber Alert went out, they say they left. So I'm grateful and thankful that Carlos didn't hurt that baby. I think he didn't want that to go, and they basically was trying to put everything on him. So I'm glad Carlos spoke up and doing the right thing. He put himself in a situation. So when you doing something, it ain't gonna never turn out the way you think it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? It don't never. We said that in the beginning. You could be planning something, plan A, plan B. You go there to rob, dang, mom ain't there not plan B. And now y'all don't throw the kid in it. Now y'all don't throw the kid in it. Now y'all just jacked all the way up. Thank God for them Ring cameras. And them people wouldn't have had the Ring camera one. Because them door cameras do save your life. Cameras save your life. So I don't know how they knew that baby was there. How they knew, but they got him. And that's all that matters. So we got 6 more minutes and I'll be hopping up off here because I'm going to try to go get my truck clean because I've been trying to get my truck clean for the last 3 days because it is a horrible mess. And I need to feel that fresh clean. So if anybody have anything, we got 6 minutes left in here. Give everybody a chance to chime in and say their little piece. And tomorrow I want to dive into I'm gonna see if I can find another story that we could talk about. But we definitely gonna stay on top of the mama to see. But we will come back and recap on the mom to see is the mother gonna be charged what they're charging her with. But I don't think they could charge. And that, can they charge her with child endangerment? I don't know. We'll see. So if I find out anything, I definitely will let y'all know. Come back. Because I'm going to stay posted. Hold on. I thought my phone was charging. I need to charge up my phone. I need to charge up my phone for about a good 30. Because I need to go live. I'm gonna be on TikTok live too when I go get my car wash. I need to drop a few videos today. Babe, I'm trying to get me a little MAC thing with MAC. Give me some makeup so I can put on their glosses and lipstick. So I can play in some lipstick. Thank you for the support, y'all. Thank you. Oh, y'all my top fans. What is that? Okay. I just want to encourage you all. Keep going. I just want to uplift. Why my phone ain't charging? Encourage you. Keep going. Don't stop. You know you just see yourself as a choo-choo train. You gonna have people get on. Every train has a train stop. Some people stay on, some people get off. But don't worry about who get off your train. You just worry about who get on it. And keep going. And keep going. Keep striving and keep pushing. Keep going. God has a plan for you. Yes, he do, Cara. And I can't wait. And I know he do. You got to know God's plan. God has a plan. And it's a good one. You got to keep going. And that's what I'm going to do. Keep going. I've been running every day. I be feeling so good when I'm running and jogging. That's right, Cara. I am. I'm going to keep going. Thank you for that. Keep my head up and keep going and keep doing what I got to do. Thank everybody that's still in the chat. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being here. And like I said, I don't want to hold y'all too long because I got some things to do myself. That's right. That's what it's all about, Cara. Stress free. Ain't nothing like being stress free. Can't let things aggravate you, stress you out, aggravate you. It ain't even worth it. Especially when you can't change it. Kizelle, come pick this paper towel up off the floor. That paper off the floor. Pick that paper up. All right, Carl. I'll talk to everybody later. So how's your? Oh, my summer been great, girl. It's been great. It's definitely been great. But it's almost over with. Almost. I go back to work on the 8th. I need to get in here and start doing these little videos that we have to do. It's like these little trainings. So I think that's probably what I'm gonna do today. Get on here and do a few of these trainings that I have to do. So I can get it done before I go to work. So I don't have to worry about it. You been chilling? All right. It's 11:30. So I'm finna hop up off of here. Y'all have a good one. Um, I want to talk about that girl, but we gonna stay on top of SW. That's little Jamal's mom. So we gonna keep up with the story a little bit to see how that play out. To see if the mother is gonna be charged with anything. So I'll keep y'all posted and I'll let y'all know. So until then, y'all have a good day. Talk to y'all later. If y'all not following me on TikTok, make sure y'all go hit that follow button over there on TikTok and follow me over there on TikTok, Facebook. So go hit that follow button. Go hit that follow button. All right, y'all have a good one. Bye.